My world shattered that night. Someone broke into my home, the one place I thought was safe. They took things, yes, but they took more than that. They stole my peace of mind. Every creak of the floorboards makes me jump. I look at my neighbors and wonder if I can trust them. I feel a deep ache in my chest, anger, fear. The police came, they wrote a report, charges, court dates. But no one asked me what I needed. No one asked how to make the fear stop. I need to understand why this happened to me. I need to know if the person who did this sees the damage they caused. Do they know I lie awake at night? Do they know I am afraid in my own house? I need them to hear my voice. I need them to see my face. I need them to understand the harm they created. Punishment alone feels empty. It will not give me back my sense of safety. It will not answer the questions that haunt my quiet moments. I need something more. I need a way to heal from this wound, not just a way to punish the person who inflicted it. I hope to put the pieces of my life back together. I hope to feel safe again in my own home. I want to believe people can change, that harm can be repaired. Maybe if the person who did this could hear my story, something would shift. Maybe if they had to face the real-life consequences of their actions, not just a judge in a robe, they would understand. I am not looking for revenge. I am looking for repair. I am searching for a path that leads away from this constant fear and toward a place of healing and restored trust. This desire for something more than punishment is where restorative justice begins. It starts with the voice of the person who was harmed. It listens to their needs for safety, for truth, and for repair. It recognizes that when a wrong is done, it creates obligations, unpacking the core ideas. Restorative justice is a different way of thinking about crime and conflict. The usual justice system asks 3 questions. What law was broken? Who broke it? What punishment do they deserve? This approach focuses on rules and punishment. It often leaves the victim on the sidelines. The offender is defined by their worst act. The community watches from a distance as the formal system takes over. Restorative justice asks a different set of questions. Who has been hurt? What are their needs? Whose obligation is it to meet those needs? This changes everything. The focus shifts from broken laws to harmed people and broken relationships. The goal isn't just punishment. It's repairing the harm as much as possible. Healing for the victim. Accountability for the offender, peace for the community. This approach is built on a few simple but powerful ideas. The first idea, harm creates obligations. The person who caused the harm must understand the impact and do what they can to make things right. The second idea, victims should have a voice, a right to be heard, to ask questions, to say what they need to heal. The third idea, the community has a role. Supporting both parties, upholding respect, upholding safety. Ultimately, restorative justice restores balance. Restore the person harmed to security. Restore them to dignity. Safety is the most important rule in restorative justice. Without a deep and unwavering commitment to safety, the process cannot work. It can even cause more harm. This means the physical, emotional, psychological well-being of every participant, especially the person who was harmed. They must be the top priority at all times. Before any meeting happens, careful preparation must be done. Create a safe container for the difficult conversation. The principle of consent is central to ensuring safety. No one can be forced to participate. The person who was harmed must voluntarily agree to take part. They have the right to say no at any time, for any reason. They also have the right to choose how they participate. They might not want to meet the offender face to face. They could choose to write a letter to be read aloud. They could have a trusted friend or advocate speak for them. Giving the victim control over their participation helps restore agency. A trained facilitator plays a critical role in establishing and maintaining safety. This person is not a judge, but a guide. The facilitator meets with the victim separately. The facilitator meets with the offender separately. They listen to each person's story. They explain the process clearly. They set ground rules for respectful communication. During the meeting, the facilitator ensures rules are followed. No one is shamed, no one is blamed, no one is interrupted. The facilitator's calm and steady presence helps everyone feel secure enough to speak honestly and vulnerably. The restorative meeting, often called a conference or a circle, is the heart of the process. It is a carefully structured conversation designed to allow for truth-telling and problem-solving. It is not an argument or a debate. It is a guided dialogue with a clear purpose, to address the harm and decide together what needs to be done. The structure is simple but powerful. The meeting begins with the person who was harmed. They share what happened and how it affected them. Next, the person who caused the harm responds, acknowledges, and accepts responsibility. Afterward, the group creates a plan: apology, restitution, service, counseling, and writes clear steps everyone agrees on. Accountability in the traditional justice system often means one thing: punishment. It is about serving time, paying a fine, or following probation rules. Often, offenders never face the person they hurt or take personal steps to make things right. This is passive accountability. Restorative justice is active and relational. It asks three things: understand impact, take responsibility, take action to repair. This is more demanding than simply accepting a punishment. It requires courage, empathy, and effort, Making amends is the tangible part of this active accountability. If a teen vandalized a park bench, amends can go beyond paying for it. Working with the Parks Department for a month, writing a respectful apology, completing realistic tasks, related to the harm, respectful to the victim, and achievable for the offender. Active amends can restore self-worth and connection. Studies show restorative processes can lower reoffending by building real understanding of consequences. The power of restorative justice is best seen in small, real-life examples. Imagine a group of students who spray-painted graffiti on the wall of a local grocery store. The store owner was angry and felt disrespected. The police caught the students. Instead of juvenile court, they referred the case to a restorative circle. He shared how he built his business and how the graffiti hurt him and scared customers. The students listened, saw him as a person, and one by one apologized. Together, they made a plan. They cleaned the wall and repainted. They worked inside to understand the business. The harm was repaired and a lesson learned. Consider another story: a stolen bicycle. A young woman's only transportation to work was taken. She was devastated. The thief, a teenager from the neighborhood, was caught. In the conference, she described the impact. She had to spend on bus fare and was late to work twice. She felt violated and insecure. He had never thought about these consequences. He stole to help with family bills, not an excuse, but context. He agreed to work part-time at a community center to earn money to pay her back. The director offered the job on the spot. She got her money back, the teen got a job and a mentor, and the community turned harm into an opportunity for growth and connection. Restorative justice is powerful, but it is not a magic solution for every situation. It requires willing participants. If the victim declines or the offender refuses responsibility, it cannot proceed. Severity matters. In cases like murder or severe sexual assault, RJ is complex, risky for re-traumatization, and must be led by highly skilled facilitators. Successful dialogues exist, but are rare. Many programs start with property crime and minor assaults to build trust. Implementing RJ needs training, education, funding, patience, long-term commitment. Access must be equitable, regardless of race, income, or background. The journey toward a more restorative world begins with small, intentional steps. It starts not in a courtroom, but in neighborhoods, schools, families. The first step is to start talking about these ideas. Ask leaders what they're doing to address conflict in ways that repair harm. Build skills, listen better, ask open questions, learn facilitation. Start small, focus on a clear need, train committed community members, partner with courts and police while maintaining community ownership. Grow steadily, be transparent, and keep equity at the center.
Across the globe, a quiet but pervasive crisis is unfolding, one that erodes the very foundation of our civic life. A profound lack of trust between citizens and the governments that serve them. Decisions are often made behind closed doors. Budgets are presented as impenetrable walls of numbers. The processes that shape our communities feel distant and obscure. This creates a fertile ground for suspicion, where citizens begin to assume the worst about how their money is spent and how critical choices are made. This erosion of trust is not merely a matter of public perception. It paralyzes progress, stifles civic engagement, and ultimately weakens the fabric of society. When people feel disconnected from their government, they are less likely to participate, collaborate, or believe in a shared future. This chasm of distrust, however, is not insurmountable. Tools capable of prying open the black boxes of bureaucracy and shining a light on public administration. These are not futuristic, unattainable solutions, but practical digital instruments deployable today to foster openness and accountability. From simple open data portals that make government information accessible to everyone, to complex systems like blockchain, creating immutable, tamper-proof records. The central promise is simple: make government actions visible, verifiable, and understandable to the people they serve. Imagine tracking your tax dollars from the moment they're collected to the exact school, road, or hospital they help fund. This essay will show how digital tools and blockchain can dismantle walls of opacity, use real-world examples to prove their power, and provide a roadmap for leaders and citizens to build honest, responsive, trustworthy governments. The journey to transparency is not just a technical upgrade, it's a fundamental rebalancing of power. By making information universally accessible and processes verifiable, technology empowers citizens to be active participants instead of passive recipients. It turns governance from a monologue into a dynamic dialogue between people and elected officials. This shift restores faith in public institutions and ensures they work for the collective good. The ultimate goal: honesty as an ingrained, verifiable feature of government. The path to a more transparent government does not require a sudden, massive leap into complex, untested technologies. Instead, it begins with simple, intuitive, widely available tools designed to make public information accessible to all. The most fundamental of these is the Open Data Portal. Think of this as a digital public library. City budgets, public employee salaries, crime statistics, business licenses, published in a clean, organized, machine-readable format. Instead of being locked in cabinets or buried in convoluted PDFs, this information is available for anyone to download, analyze, and repurpose, free of charge. These portals are catalysts for civic engagement and accountability. Journalists can uncover waste or corruption. Entrepreneurs can build helpful apps. Researchers can propose better policies. Beyond static data, digital tools can bring the very processes of governance into the public square. Live streaming city council meetings and public hearings on platforms like YouTube and Facebook removes physical barriers to participation. A working parent, a person with a disability, can now watch proceedings from home, submit questions in a live chat, and hear the debates that shape their community. Similarly, online feedback platforms and participatory budgeting tools allow citizens to propose ideas, report issues, and vote on how a portion of the public budget should be spent, transforming them from passive observers into active collaborators. While open data portals make information available, they do not guarantee accuracy or that data hasn't been tampered with. A government could alter a database to hide facts or change a digital record to favor a party. This is where blockchain offers a revolutionary solution. At its core, a blockchain is a shared, distributed digital ledger, thousands of identical linked notebooks across a network. New entries are broadcast, verified by participants, then added as a block to the chain. Each block is cryptographically linked to the one before it, creating a chronological, unbreakable chain. To alter a record, you'd need to change that block and every block after on a majority of computers, an incredibly difficult task. This structure makes blockchain immutable, ensuring the integrity of its information. Recording procurement end-to-end, initial bids to final payments, creates a permanent auditable trail. No secret bid edits, no hidden favors without a footprint. Land registries, aid tracking, even voting systems gain verifiable integrity. To see real-world impact, look to the Republic of Georgia. After independence, property rights were insecure, bureaucratic, slow, and vulnerable to corruption and fraud. Citizens faced opaque processes, disputes, and low confidence, stifling investment and development. In 2016, NAPR partnered with Bitfury to anchor the digital land registry to a secure, private blockchain. They augmented, not replaced, the database, using blockchain as a secondary verification layer. Transaction essentials, sales, inheritance, were hashed and recorded on-chain. A unique hash created a permanent, time-stamped, tamper-proof record, independent of the central database. People received receipts linking to the blockchain record, enabling independent verification of ownership. Confidence rose, fraud risk dropped, and registration became faster and cheaper. Georgia shows that incremental integration can secure rights, reduce corruption, and stabilize the business environment, delivering a more honest government. While digital tools and blockchain offer immense potential, it would be naive to view them as a magic bullet. The digital divide, connectivity, skills, devices, can exclude the most vulnerable. Moving services exclusively online without equity risks a new form of exclusion. Bureaucratic inertia and fear of scrutiny resist radical transparency. Some resist because openness disrupts entrenched interests. Building secure portals and robust blockchain apps requires investment, development, infrastructure, security, and ongoing maintenance and staffing. Smaller municipalities may lack budget and skilled teams, risking digital ghost towns. A polished portal can still be a veneer. Cherry-picked releases hide controversy. Bad blockchain design can legitimize bad data. Technology is a tool. Without honest intent, legal access frameworks, and a watchful civil society, advanced systems can serve control rather than empowerment. Address the digital divide. Invest in connectivity and create access points in libraries, community centers, and government offices. Commit to digital literacy so everyone can find, understand, and use public information. Start small, scale smart, pick visible, high-impact pilots like broken sidewalks where data is straightforward. Demonstrate success, prove value, and win over skeptics. Iterate based on real-world use before a wider rollout. Implement robust governance, anonymize data, publish clear privacy policies, empower independent oversight. Build privacy by design so verification doesn't expose personal details. Pair tech with strong FOI laws and a vibrant ecosystem. Journalists, academics, watchdogs, via grants and civic hackathons. Ensure data is used to scrutinize action and drive positive change. Transparency requires unwavering leadership. Leaders must champion a clear vision for an open, honest, collaborative government. Make public commitments and weave transparency into policies and communications. Fund portals, training, and pilot projects. Frame as investments in efficiency, development, and trust. Transparent procurement reduces fraud and boosts competition. Identify innovators, give them cover to experiment, celebrate wins, and formalize roles like an Office of Innovation or a Chief Data Officer. Be accountable, share successes and failures, use data to engage the public in fixing problems. Model a culture where data drives learning, not blame. Leaders must build the political and cultural infrastructure where transparency can flourish. Technology can open the doors of government, but citizens must walk through them. The promise of honesty is a two-way street requiring an engaged citizenry. Pay attention, visit the Open Data Portal, explore the interactive budget, tune into council live streams. Public attention signals that transparency is valued and actions are watched. Use feedback apps to report problems. Submit ideas and vote for neighborhood improvements. Be a watchdog. Anyone can analyze public data to drive change. With technical skills, build apps and do deep dive analyses at meetups. Advocate for stronger FOI laws, digital access, and user-friendly tools. Bottom-up pressure creates political will when citizens demand and responsibly use transparency. The distrust separating citizens and governments is not irreversible. With intention, courage, and smart application of technology, it can be repaired. Simple tools make government visible and understandable. Cryptographic security provides unbreakable integrity, verifiable by all. Together, these tools lead to a government that is more efficient and more honest. But the journey faces human challenges. The digital divide, institutional inertia, superficial implementation. Leaders must champion, resource, cultivate openness, pilot, learn, and protect privacy. Citizens must use the tools to scrutinize budgets, report problems, contribute ideas, and hold officials accountable. An open government is only as powerful as the engagement it inspires. Technology is not the savior, but it is our most powerful tool to build open, accountable, and trustworthy governments worthy of a thriving 21st century democracy.